Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Burn Pilates. And for real, good morning. It is early here in Montreal, as you can see. We're going to be waking up with the sun. This is a lower body and core focus class. I love working the lower body and the core, especially in beginning my day. You're going to start your day today with light equipment. If you choose to use the props, you'll want to have a yoga block and a set of light handheld weights, not heavier than 2 pounds. Get ready, get set up with your mat, keep some water close by should you need to take sips, and let's wake up. Let's start our days with some movement. We're going to be starting up by warming through the core. You want to make your way all the way down to a comfortable position on your back, and just find the floor underneath your shoulders, underneath your arms. Make sure that your feet are stacking into the floor underneath the kneecaps. From here, take a deep breath in. Just feel the ground behind your shoulders and exhale. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Let's make a really intentional breath out here. Tongue behind the roof of your mouth. Feel how your abdominals contract with that intentional exhale. Again, deep breath in through the nose. Your ribcage expands, your back feels the presence of the floor, tongue against the rooftop of your mouth. Feel your abdomen work. We're gonna go for one more breath like that. Practice that inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale through the mouth, feel your abdominals contract. Take from here, lift up into your bridge, arms pressing into the ground. Very much an active posture here. As we wake up through the body, if you feel that the tension is accumulating in your neck, give yourself a nice little release. Of course, there are different ways in which you can help the body functionally work in true and proper form. If you choose to have your elbows bent, this is a great way to activate your triceps more if you don't feel that you're able to activate with your arms on the floor. Take a deep breath in through the nose and lower your hips down in a neutral. Touch your sacrum to the mat. Lift up and off, activating your glutes. Feel your butt muscles contract through that pressure of your heels pushing into the mat and floor. We're waking up the posterior chain, which includes hamstrings, glutes, as well as the backs of the arms. Keep practicing that breath and hear yourself exhale as you lift. Let's go for 4 more. Create the feeling of tension through the movement down and up. You're not just working in that lift, you're also working in maintaining control as you lower. We're trying to get both directions of movement on here. Let's just go for 2 more. 1 more down. You can relax your shoulders, take a moment here to feel the arm energy that you have. If it's elbows in the floor, if it's arms down flat, you're pressing into the ground. You're not arching your back or losing your ribs, you're keeping your rib cage knitted together using your abdomen. Take a deep breath in halfway down for 8, 7, keep using that breath for 4, 3, last 2, last 1, come down. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Tighten up your abdominal wall, lift your left leg up to tabletop, imprint your spine, lift your right leg all the way up, and bring your right arm first, left arm second, stacking the shoulders and wrists into one alignment. You're gonna bring your arms all the way into center, keeping your knees at that tabletop. Knees stacked over top of the hips, lower belly fully contracted in to help your back remain stable. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms back, right behind your head, fingers nice and wide. Feel the reach all the way through each finger, lots of negative space here. On your exhale, you're bringing your arms through center, you're hovering your fingers right before the floor touches. Deep breath in, thumbs move back. Exhale, Keep breathing with this intention to fill up your lungs. And then on that exhale, the tongue against the roof of your mouth will help your abdomen contract. We're always trying to use our breath strategically to help the muscles contract in the right way. Let's go for 2 more. Making sure the knees aren't opening too wide. Exhale. One last one. On this exhale, reach your arms all the way next to your hips. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, open your arms towards the side. And on your exhale, nod up. You're gonna look towards the center of your legs. Inhale as you come down, slowly peel your upper back to the floor. Palms to ceiling. Exhale, hands closing in towards your hips. Woo, that was a deep contraction. You could hear as my instruction cut off. You're training again, both directions of the movement, lowering with control, shoulders working to stay away from the ears. Last 3. It's hard to do these without breathing, so hear yourself, make your breath audible. Chin nodding into sternum, making sure that you're not trying to stretch or push your neck out of your alignment. Closing your arms all the way in. One last rep. Deep breath in. Open wide. Exhale. We're going to keep activating through the core in this dynamic warm-up. Bring it to a single leg stretch, guiding inside of your shin with the opposite hand. Same hand as leg outside of your knee. You're creating a column of space, stopping the leg and feeling the pressure that your hands are providing for the inner and outer thigh. Breathe in through center. Exhale to the bend. Lower back in the floor. Very active in the breath pattern here. Let's do this single leg stretch for 1 more 8. However, add a flex of your feet. Reach out, press away. 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, bring it in. Shins all the way into the sternum, let your head relax. Give yourself any amount of rollout, any amount of openness to the thighs. We're gonna roll on up or we're gonna switch the position right away. Make your way onto all 4s. Hands wider than your shoulder width, palms slightly turned in. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Actively press your fingers wide into the floor. If this is ever too much and you need to modify, you could always come down onto your forearms. You can also stack into fists. This will work to help support the wrists should you need. You're gonna send your right leg all the way up behind you. Find the floor. Find right away where your hips are in that parallel. You're not opening, you're keeping your hip bones, your kneecaps parallel to the floor like headlights of a car. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift your right leg all the way up. Once it's up, we're gonna start to warm up through a nice little bit of articulation in the arch of the foot. I love working through the plantar and dorsiflexion. This wakes up the 56 bones in your foot. We have the most amount of bones in our entire body in our feet. So it is worthwhile to warm every part of your foot up. Arch, toes, ankle. Now we're just gonna do a last set of 2 in the flex and point. Now you're gonna hold your flex. You're gonna take your toes down and you're gonna lift up. When you lift up, you're making sure that your torso is reaching forward. You're staying right over top of your center. You're not swinging your leg and you're controlling that down like you were pushing against a substance on the lower. Nice and active through the breath. 4, 3, last set of 2, last 1. You're gonna bring your toes down, you're gonna shift your weight right away back. Take your left elbow to the floor, and then making sure the hand and forearm are underneath your collarbones parallel, you're gonna reach your right hand further out. Keeping this posture, you're gonna take the right leg all the way up, you're gonna point your toes. Feel that reach from your right arm, lock your elbow out. Look to the floor so that you have right away the support for your neck. You're keeping this length stemming from the right pinky all the way to the end of your right pinky toe. Take a deep breath in, lower, and lift. We've increased the depth of this movement by bringing the forearm down and by having the right arm stretch as far as you can away, locking out the elbow. You are keeping this right arm active. You are also working oppositions here. The right leg is reaching up. The right arm is staying out. Your body is physically working for that ultimate length. Try to control the lower, feel the glute work to maintain a nice, intentional speed on that lower. When I say that, it's because sometimes I'll see people just drop it and work on the lift, and this changes the whole posture of how your abdominals are stretching out. Now we're going for a last one down and up. You're gonna hold from here, take a bend into your knee, try to get your heel as close as you can towards your glute. This might facilitate a stretch in your right quad, you'll feel it. Take a deep breath in, lower and lift up, making sure that you're not kicking your foot away from your kneecap, you're keeping it close to your glute. Exhale up, inhale down. Nice and deliberate. We're only doing 8. You've got 4 more. Exhale, 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Take your knee, bring it all the way down. Give yourself a stretch. Reach your hips back. Open your knees as wide as feels good. And just let your back lengthen. Nice moment to find, again, that release, that heavy. We're going to take a deep breath in to stay and exhale to unravel. 1 vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up. Knees stack in center. You're going to set up with your hands again wide, making sure that you have a nice little supportive bend into the elbows. Eyes staying down, stretching through your neck forward. Toes are going to flex. You're going to elevate your knees and float up off of your mat. Finding this floating tabletop, we're going to be doing a reverse mountain climber. The left leg stays. We're continuing on with the right side. Keeping your left knee static. Note the modification is to come down onto the floor with the knees. You're going to start from here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you extend. Right leg out. Find the floor. Head forward. Deep breath in. Stack the knee under the hip. And again, exhale, reach back. Feel the ground right underneath you. Do not speed this up. We're doing 3 more, total of 6. Feel the ground from 2 feet, still 2 feet, but a difference in how your body is maintaining its weight and support. Last one. Take your knee, bring it, stack it, and lower down. This time, if it feels good, open your palms towards the ceiling. Relax. Softly unraveling, coming all the way back up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like my body is waking up. We're gonna be grabbing right from here our yoga block. Again, if you don't have a block or you don't wanna use the props today, you don't have to. We're gonna go back into our core. Setting up no differently than how we did before, making sure that you have your knees, your heels aligned to help your hips. We're gonna bring the yoga block all the way to the ceiling, and from here, I want you to feel where your shoulders are in space and bring them right down. Let the shoulders relax. Feel your head, feel your neck weight. Take a deep breath in. Again, feeling where the shoulders peel up off the floor. You exhale, bring them back down. Deep breath in. We're working the shoulder stability here with a nice little bit of protraction and retraction. This is a classic Pilates warm-up. So great for feeling where you are in tension. You don't want to feel like your neck is hiking, so you're really trying to isolate just the shoulders. We're gonna go for 1 more. Keeping your block stable. Imprint your lower belly. Feel your abdominals connect and contract as you lift your right leg up. You stabilize. You bring your left leg all the way up to stabilize. Knees in tabletop. Lower back in the floor. Deep breath in as you reach your arms back. This time again, making sure that you're floating over the floor, not popping the ribs, keeping your breath even. We stop this time at the ceiling. Deep breath in, reach the arms back. Stop at the ceiling. Try to anticipate the floor, try to keep your eyes focused on the ceiling, and work from the shoulder stability that you just found Shoulders staying down, knees and ankles, same alignment. There are so many things to think about here, and you are truly trying to tap into your deepest form. Now squeeze the block in. If you're using the block today, that natural little bit of weight requires some resistance to remain in control. Press your hands in. Last one, you're gonna take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your arms to center, nod your chin up, attach your legs in, place the block mid-shin or closer to the ankles for harder. You're gonna take your hands, supporting the nape of your neck here. Have your head go heavy. Lower back is in the floor. You're gonna flex and point your toes from this position. One breath for each. Now you're gonna feel that natural weight that we provided using the yoga block today. It might be, a quarter pound. It might be 3/4. Mine's cork. It definitely has a little added weight. Now we're gonna go for one more flex. You're gonna keep the feet flexed. You're gonna keep your thoracic curl if you can. If you feel it's too much, bring your head down, bring your hands underneath your tailbone. Deep breath in. You reach the legs slightly forward. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lower abdominal contracts deeper to support the movement. Deep breath in and exhale. Go for one more set of 3. Last 2. We're gonna be coming out of this on the last one. Reach for your block. Take your block out. Place your block to the floor safely. We're going right into our single leg stretch, keeping the flex of the foot. You know what to do. Supporting with the legs, making sure you are creating that column through the hands. You're making sure that your head and your neck are supported. If you need to come down, come down. We're keeping the feet flexed. Keep your exhale happening as your leg bends in. Final 8, point the toes. Reach 8. 6 each side. 4. 3, 2, last one. Take your knees, bring them in, come all the way down. Let your shoulders relax. Take an inhale. On your exhale, roll up in center or roll to the side. We're gonna set up right away for our second round of warming up through that posterior chain on all fours. Hands open a little bit wider for this one, making sure that your neck is long. Send your left leg out, find the floor. Your hips, your knees are stacked. Again, thinking of those headlights of a vehicle. Take a deep breath in, exhale, lift, and just warm up through that foot. Reaching out, pointing and flexing. Dorsal and plantar flexion right here for the ankle. Start to engage with your eyes, looking on a line where your neck is still lengthened, you're not dropping. Deep breath in, exhale. There's 7, fingertips nice and wide. Extend to the back of the knee. Really try to lock your muscles into full forming connection around your joints. It's different between locking out through your bones, you're locking out to your muscles. Keep your foot flexed, take a deep breath in, lower, exhale, lift. You're pushing through your fingertips nice and wide, torso staying forward. Using your abs, your breath is super important. Hear yourself at home. The beauty about working out on your own is that you don't have to worry about making noise. You don't have to worry about wearing anything specific, looking good. You just need to work on the breath and the form. Last one, you're gonna hold. You're gonna reach your toes through a point. From here, give yourself a nice little stretch back. Take your toes to the floor to just feel where the right form can come down. Left arm stretches out. We're in opposition with the left leg. Now once you're here, you're locking out through your muscles, pulling up and pressing away from the floor. Taking that left leg up and down. Pointing to the toes. We're in our parallel. You're not swinging, you are trying to remain completely stable without hinging your body towards only the right side. Now I want you to think of that lower down, control it from the base of your glute. You're working really from the deepest point in your butt muscle. I don't want to just work those superficial muscles with you. I want to get into the deep root of where those muscles are attaching up to support your hips. Exhale, lift, deep breath in, keep stretching out. Keep feeling that opposition from the left fingertips all the way to the left toes. You're getting long here. Deep breath in, exhale, lift. Last set of 4, for 3, for 2, for last one. Taking your leg all the way up. Give yourself a bend through the kneecap and feel your heel close to your glute. Lower halfway down, exhale, lift. Inhale halfway down, exhale, lift. Keeping your hips back. Keep stretching through that left arm. This is all about quality of movement. You're keeping your heel close. You're feeling where your glute is actively pulling that stretch to the quad and hip flexor. Stretching through the stomach wall. Take your leg, bring it all the way in. Bring it down. Walk your hands out. Walk your knees open. Let's go to a stretch. Just let your body get super heavy. Whatever you're holding on to, let it go in these stretch sets. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, unravel. One more time, right here in our hands, nice and wide, palms to floor, eyes are in front of the fingertips. Flex your toes, lift your knees up. We're going into our reverse mountain climber. So the right leg is gonna stay stable. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, send that left leg back, head shoots forward. Find where everything is working. You're not just going into a movement where you stretch back and pull in. You're squeezing into your left glute. You're extending through your right quad. You're pushing the right toes down, keeping your upper body stable. Deep breath in, return. Exhale. Make sure that left glute is popping as you extend. Feel it contract. It doesn't just contract on its own. You've got to get the movement into the body. Last one. Taking that left leg in, bring your knees down. And this time as you stretch, it feels good and you can go a little bit wider from your mat. Bring your legs out to a parallel, sinking your hips all the way back, or taking your elbows down and opening up just a little bit wider for the inner thighs, for the pelvic floor. I always want to encourage you to do the stretches that feel good, but train your muscles to let go. We don't want to keep them angry. We want to have mobility in the body. We want to have nice, long, cut, sculpted lines in the body. If you train short muscles, the muscles stay short, so we got to train that length. You're going to come all the way up and out of it. We're going to set up for our weights. Again, choose if you feel like the weights are just adding a little bit too much on to either shoulders, neck, or even lower back. You know what to do. You place them down. We're setting up on our back one more time. Feet static right in front of the hip bones. You want to set up in a parallel position. Keep your feet on the ground first. Feel your arms come up. No different than how we do at the block. You're going to start from here with a shoulder protraction and retraction. Deep breath in this time as you come down. Exhale as you take it up. Head and neck relaxed. Deep breath in. Last set of 2. Keep the elbows locked. Don't let the elbows bend. This is all shoulders. It takes some training. It doesn't happen just naturally. We have to tell the body to do this work. Last one down, last one up. As you bring your shoulders down, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Tighten up those abdominals, not all the way up. And from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let your right toning ball go down. Take your right hand from behind the head. Nodding your chin, allow the support to happen from the arm, from the abs. If you need to come all the way down, you do so. You're gonna bring your left leg all the way up to tabletop first. This is your choice to start. If you feel you want more today, you know what to do. You lift the right leg up. We're right away using our core muscles. We're going into obliques. We're going into center rectus abdominis. We are going into transverse, ladies and gentlemen. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arm over the floor to the side and close in. Make sure that your arm is still in your peripheral vision, meaning you can see your weight. You can see your fingertips. They're not so far down or far gone that you can't. As we add on here, like layers of an onion, I always say this in studio classes, you choose what layer to peel off today. Inhale, taking the left leg forward, you flex your foot. You hover your leg over the floor, you breathe in to return. Make your breath more controlled. If you need, slow it down. For 3. Eyes staying forward. Last set of 2. Last 1. You're gonna bring your arm all the way next to your leg. Take a deep breath in, reach back 6 times. We're gonna add on with a thoracic curl as that next layer. Let's go for 5. Exhale. Last 4. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. We've gone into this twice. We're gonna go into a 3rd time. Reach the toning ball down. Single leg stretch. Pointing through the toes for 8, 7, last 3, 2, last 1, knees into chest. Stack left foot down to floor. Nod your chin with both feet staying static. Lift on up, grab your weights, come all the way down. Inhale, shoulders back, exhale. Abdominals activated. Lifting one leg up at a time, find your tabletop. Take a deep breath in. Reach the arms back this time like we did with our yoga block. Exhale, arms come up over top of that shoulder and clavicle alignment. Exhale, take an inhale and exhale. Using the feeling of your rib cage as guidance. If it pops open, you know that you went too far back. You're gonna go for a last set of 2. Shoulders staying secure and stabilized. Head staying heavy, last 1. On this one here, you're gonna nod through center. You're gonna reach your arms. Let go of that left toning ball. Take your left hand from behind the head. As we go into this movement, you're gonna make sure that you are working from the place that feels the most supportive. Stay up if you can, otherwise you can come down. You could even have that left foot on the floor if you needed. You're gonna take your right arm first, by itself, open up. Make sure the hand and the weight are in your peripheral. Exhale, close. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale, good. We're gonna take one more with just the arm. From here, taking that right leg with you, flexing the foot. Reach as you exhale this time, reversing the breath. Floating above the floor, keeping this lower left oblique stabilized, making sure the knee doesn't come closer towards you. Last 2. Last 1. From here, keep the toes pointed, reach your arm back. Add a thoracic curl if you can. Arm reaching away. Exhale, stopping at tabletop. For 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Taking your weight all the way down. Last time, single leg stretch. Flex your feet. Nice and dynamic. We have woken up the body. Let's go for these last set of 8. Try to hover over the floor if you can for more challenge. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Bring your feet to the floor. Give yourself right away a release, palms open. Softly, just giving yourself a nice little open butterfly if it feels good. Take a moment to feel the release to the hips. We have our last final exercise here for the glutes today. You know, it's November 1st today, and so seeing it dark like this, and we're already now at 8:15 Montreal Eastern Time, I'm like, wow, the light, it's gonna be dark this winter. So hopefully the body feels some sunlight for itself in opening up and waking up. We're gonna bring the legs all the way back in. Come to right away a position either where you roll to your side, or if it feels good, take your knees into your chest. Grip from around your shins and roll on up. For our last exercise, you don't need to use any equipment. We're gonna set up right away back onto all fours. Final round here. You know, I say that this is a lower body glutes and core, but there's a lot of arms in pure support for these exercises. So you're almost getting a triple A whammy. We're gonna start with the right leg. First, you're gonna stretch it all the way out back to the toes pointed. Now I want you to, again, shift your weight back Adjust your arms into a stretch where you're pulling the muscles long. You're going into this locked out position using your muscles. Now you're gonna bring your right leg all the way out towards a corner diagonal. I'm a little bit too far. Think of going and even seeing yourself right on the right corner of the mat. Now you're gonna, again, take that left forearm down. You're supporting yourself through this shift back. Right arm, if you need to adjust, you adjust. You're gonna take your right leg from the floor, and from here, you're gonna lower down, deep breath in, and exhale, lift. From here, the thighs lightly externally rotated. We're not doing more than 10 here. You're controlling down, lifting up. Try to feel that slow down of the movement so that right away you're pressing against something. You're using the lift even and equally to even balance out through, again, the inside of your glute, inside of your hip. Go for a last set of 3. 2. Last one, take a deep breath into lower. Exhale, lift. You're gonna hold right here. Reach your hip back, stretching and locking that arm out. Lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your knee, bring it all the way down. Use your hands, stack on up. Bring your right foot all the way to the outside of your mat. Stretching forward. You can use your fists. You could use even your block. Have it underneath your left hand or your right hand. The goal is to have a stretch happen through the left hip flexor and get that right glute down, arms supporting. Nice stomach wall stretch as well. Take a deep breath in, reaching your hips back, sending the leg all the way out. Sending your left leg out, take right away a toe point, stretching your arms, reaching them out a little further. That right forearm slips down, that left leg goes towards a corner. You go into whatever micromanagement of that left arm that you need to lift and lower down to that floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Slow and controlled. Feeling where the reach from the left arm is sending the message to the left leg to also stretch out to its max. Hear your breaths. Last 5. Last 4. Feel this work from the stomach as you come down. You're controlling. You're stretching your stomach wall out as well. We're going again for those long sculpted lines through the body. You're taking your leg all the way up and finishing right here for a catch and release of 10 small motions into where you're trying to tense up and contract that glute more. Reaching out to that left arm. Exhale. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your leg all the way down. Bring your hands all the way underneath your shoulder. Set your left foot up forward, either to the side of the mat. If you need the block, if you need to fist your hands, whatever feels good. Sending the message to that right hip flexor to release. Trying to drop the head weight. Try to keep your eyes and chest moving forward. This could also be done from here if you felt that was better. And again, sometimes the block just provides that support that you need for your upper body. So play around in these stretches. Take an inhale and exhale. Taking your leg all the way back, walking your hands towards your knees, open up your chest. It's morning, we started our days, we've done this class maybe at different points in our days today. No matter what, give yourself that opening through the body. The energy is shifted, take advantage of it. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Round it through the back. Shoulder girdle separating, nice and open width. Take a deep breath in, lift up, and exhale. Open your arms all the way up wide. Thank you so much for joining me here for this mat Pilates class. I hope you feel awesome. I hope you feel engaged through your posterior as well as your core. Great muscle work to support the hips. I look forward to seeing you at the next Burn Pilates class. Have a great day, everyone.